Hi, my name is Claude White, and I just got through watching the Keith Thurman versus Josecito Lopez fight. And to be honest, it was pretty much what I expected for the most part. I mean, people have to remember that Keith one-time Thurman has been out of boxing for 22 months, almost a full 2 years. And for him to take a fight like Josecito Lopez, to be fair, that's obviously a very good fight for him to take. I mean, the guy is tough. I mean, he does fight back. In fact, he had Thurman hurt a couple of times, but Thurman did win a unanimous decision, and rightfully so. Now, going forward, is this the same Keith Thurman? Well, let's be fair. Keith Thurman has not been the real Keith Thurman for about 5 years. Let's be fair about that. The last good Keith Thurman performance, I mean, if you want to be really fair, I think he was pretty good against Sean Porter. I think that was really the last real good showing that we've had of Keith one-time Thurman. To be honest, going forward, the problem is, I don't know, to be quite honest, if Thurman can continue to make the weight at welterweight. I think that he's going to end up going to light middleweight, and I don't think that his power travels well to light middleweight. I mean, as you can see, he had trouble with Josecito Lopez, even though, again, he's a tough fighter. I mean, he's one of those guys, he's not quite an A-plus fighter, but he's a good tune-up guy, which is exactly what Keith Thurman needed. Now, here's the problem. I mean, when you look at the welterweight division, here are the top 5 guys outside of Thurman, of course. You have Errol Spence Jr. You have Manny Pacquiao, Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, and Jesse Vargas. Now, he's already beaten Porter. I mean, I think he'll wax Vargas. I think he'll beat Manny Pacquiao. I've heard a couple of people try to say that, well, Pacquiao will give Thurman... Listen, Pacquiao's 40 years old. Listen, if Thurman is going to lose to Pacquiao, then he needs to leave. He needs to quit if he loses to Pacquiao. Let's face it. I understand that he just beat Adrian Broner, but listen, in all due respect, Keith Thurman is not Adrian Broner, okay? He's just not. He's a much better fighter. He has some heart. He's going to fight you. He's not going to dance and do that bootleg Mayweather tuck and run. He's not going to do that, okay? So that's to be fair to Keith Thurman. And listen, I'm not a Keith Thurman fan, so to speak, but I have to give credit where it's due. Errol Spence Jr., to me, Keith Thurman has no shot of beating Errol Spence Jr. Now, the thing is, Errol Spence Jr. is also having problems with that weight, and he'll probably end up going to light middleweight as well. But unlike Keith Thurman, I think Errol Spence's power will travel with him. Now, here's the problem. At the light middleweight division, you've got Canelo. You've got Demetrius Andrade. You've got Jarrett Hurd. You've still got Triple G, even though he's aging, and I think that he's primed to get his ass kicked myself. The Charlo brothers have lost a lot of points in my book. And Daniel Jacobs is going to fight Canelo Alvarez. I don't think Daniel Jacobs has the power to hold off Canelo Alvarez, who right now is the media darling of the sport. Let's face it. Now again, I do believe that Errol Spence Jr. will also travel there. Now another name that I have left off of here is Bud Crawford, who, in my estimation, is one of the top 3 pound-for-pound fighters in the sport of boxing. Now, here's the problem. He's going to fight Amir Khan. Are you serious? Amir Khan hasn't been any good in about 8 to 10 years. And you're going to fight that guy? I mean, Errol Spence is going to fight a Mikey Garcia. I mean, that is a legitimate fight. Mikey Garcia has a legitimate chance to beat Errol Spence Jr. He really, really does. I'm not saying he's going to do that, but you cannot question Mikey Garcia's skills. He has top-notch skills. He is a complete fighter. He is a very good boxer, and he has power. Now, is he going to have the power to deal with Errol Spence Jr.? In my opinion, absolutely not. Could he give Errol Spence big problems? Absolutely. He's quicker. He's smaller. I mean, now, Spence will wear you down. There's no question about it. And I think Errol Spence has a chance to be a real big star. I mean, bigger than what he normally is. I mean, right now he's a star on the rise, but he has the chance to be Canelo big, if not bigger. And I feel at this stage, he's a better fighter than Canelo was at that stage of their careers. So, what does the future hold for Keith Thurman? Well, I think this is a step in the right direction again. He was out of boxing for 2 years. So, I didn't expect him to have a knockout in like the first 3 rounds, especially with this type of opponent. But we will see going forward what's going to happen, whether he's going to be Keith one-time Thurman or Keith out-of-time Thurman. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Please like, share, and subscribe. My name is Claude White. Please take care, and God bless.